Oh, hello everyone. Um, this is Uzumaki Clan here, and today I thought it would be fun if I did my own tier list for Attack on Titan characters. Now, as you already know, the Attack on Titan series has already ended, and I thought it would be fun if I listed and ranked my favorite and least favorite characters within the series. Now, the way that this is going to work is that I'm going to do this in the traditional sense, so I'm going to um, rank characters um, on how they are in their character development, what they contribute into the story, and also just my overall enjoyment to them um, individually, not in terms of strength, but in terms of personality and what they brought to impact the overall plot. So I'm just going to add some tiers on here. I'm going to add an E tier. I'm sorry. uh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Um, Let me just put down E. I'll explain how I'm going to do this in just a second. Let me just make sure that my tiers are down. No, I don't want them all yellow. No, that'd be hideous. Mm, Hold on. For this, no. Oh, no, nope, nope, nope. I'm sorry. Sorry, this is my first time doing this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put, yeah, I'm just gonna put down gray for F, cause it's so ugly you don't want to see it. um, I'll go with the lighter blue. There we go. D can stay green. Yellow can stay there. For this one though, I'm going to put down. No, I'll save purple for A. Purple's more of a royal. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, keep it yellow. For B tier, I'm going to pick. I know. I'm stupid of me to go through colors like this. I'll put down peach. For A tier, I'll put purple, and S can stay the same. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. This looks more professional. Okay, so who do I want to start with first? I guess I'll start in order. So I'll go with Annie first. Annie isn't necessarily a character that I love or hate. Um, I think her best moments were in the female Titan arc when we got a glimpse of her backstory with her dad and also her overall lead as a antagonist in that arc. Um, I think she's interesting throughout the story, but I don't really think that I would put her in the same level as S tier or A tier. It took her a long time to come back into the overall plot, and I mean a long time. Um, in fact, to be perfectly honest, I feel like she came into the story way too late. But overall, I still did enjoy her journey throughout the story. Um, so for that, I'm going to put her in B tier. Armin. Armin is a character that I know a lot of people like to ditz. I know a lot of people like to say that he made a lot of stupid decisions and that his reasoning was illogical, and also that Erwin should have been the one to survive and all that other shit. But really, to me, Armin has always been an A tier character. Just noting from where he started to where he was at the very end of the story, from being the savior of humanity, even though Mikasa's the one who finished Eren at the end, I still gotta give big props to Armin for what he contribute to the overall story. Bertold. Oh boy, so this is going to be pretty depressing one for me. Bertold, I know, should have had more of an impact, considering that he was the first character that we were introduced to. He was literally he was literally the face of the franchise for a long time as the Colossal Titan, and we really didn't get I can't really say that we didn't get a satisfying conclusion to his arc, because we really did during Return to Shigachina, but I wish for Bertold we would have gotten that a lot sooner. Um, if that was the case, I would definitely put him in A tier, but because of the fact that he had only one arc to really shine, I'm going to put him in B tier. I'll just put him above Annie. Carla really didn't have that much of an impact. She was mainly just there for Aaron's motivation. I still don't dislike her as a character. She's probably a really good person, a really nice lady, but I really would not put her anywhere above here. So I'm just gonna put her in E. Um, Colt. Colt is a character that I really enjoy. I know that he was sidelined through the entirety of his last remaining moments in the final arc. Well, no, not War on Paradis arc. Uh, I think that his his main highlight throughout his character was in the Marley arc, where we get introduced to all the Marleyan, the Marleyan candidates, and we got to see their personalities, how they really were, how they thought about the Eldians and all of that. Colt was always the character who I always found very interesting, considering that he is the brother of Falco and that he was the next candidate to become the Beast Titan. His death really didn't impact the story a whole lot, maybe for Falco's character as motivation, but besides that, it really didn't do much for the rest of the plot. But I do really think that Colt was enjoyable as a character, so I'm just going to say that he's C tier. He was average for me, but I still really enjoyed Colt as an overall character. Connie, oh boy, D tier. Look, I've always I used to enjoy Connie as a character. I thought he was funny, being the comedic relief. I thought that his relationship with Sasha was very sweet. Um, but despite of that, it's when Sasha dies where Connie starts becoming, a wannabe dark character, which I really don't think I don't think it worked. I know what Isayama was trying to do with his character, but he was given so many opportunities to really shine, and yet his arc had poor execution, and I find that very disappointing. I think that he was really wasted as a character. I mean, him surviving at the very end, I guess, makes sense. Um, Considering that he is beloved still within the fandom, I get that, but overall, Nah, Connie's kind of a D tier for me. Um, I think the point where I stopped liking him was all the constant whining and all the "oh woe is me" moments. That was the turning point where I kind of think Connie really shifted from being an enjoyable character into a whiny brat. So I'm going to add him in. Sorry, Connie fans. So I'm going to add him in D tier. Darius Zachary is in F tier. This guy is a literal piece of shit. Um, Tried to hide everything from the public. Tried to take the founder for himself. Uh, really created a corrupt system. And it just really impacted. It didn't really impact a whole lot to the story with his death, but it was kind of a way of showing off how loyal the Jaegerists were at the beginning of the War on Paradis arc with that moment of his death. Which, by the way, he put upon himself. I mean, what a dumbass. But yeah, Zachary. In fact, I know Andrew Allstar when he did two tier lists, and on both of them he put down the legendary uh, shit machine. There we go. Yeah, perfect titlement for him actually. Dak, yeah, Dak was just mainly there just to die. I mean, it's cool that we got to see him again. In fact, we got to see him and uh who was the other guy? Who was the other guy? I think he's here. If Dak's here, it has to be him. He has to be here too. Where is he? 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 Uh, where is he? 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 What the hell? He's not here. Oh, that's stupid. Uh, yeah, there was a chapter. I remember we had to wait a month for this chapter. No, it was a month after the chapter actually, because that was when Keith passed away. Um, yeah, this guy and the other dude, he was really just a nothing character. I don't want to get too far into it, but it really was a cool callback to bring him back, considering that he was the one who was saved by Sasha. Or was that the other dude? I can't remember, but yeah, he's the same as Carla. Putting him in E tier is kind of the right uh way to put him. Uh, the merchant E tier. I don't really want to talk about that much, him that much. Dinah, yeah, kind of a nothing character. It's. I thought the reveal that she was the Smiling Titan, I thought was epic and cool, and I thought it was. I know it's not funny to make fun of this, but kind of in a dark, edgy humor that that Gersha's ex-wife ate his other wife. I don't know if you've seen a meme of that anywhere in the internet, but besides that, yeah, she's kind of a nothing character. Do I want to put her in the same league as Connie? Yeah, I guess, because there was really nothing to add to her. Bandana guy, yeah, kind of a nothing character, really. Commander Pixis, mm. I really enjoy Commander Pixis. I always thought that he was funny, hilarious. Um, his introduction in the Trost arc I thought was great. Um, I know that he's not the most important character within the story, but he's a character who I really enjoy, and I really enjoyed his time seeing him on screen. And it was really upsetting to see him go in his final, in the final chapters. Um, Besides that, I'm going to put him. I think I'll put him B. I think I like him more than Annie. Personally, I know that he's not. Mm, nah, I'll put him in C. He is most likely just a side character. Um, but I do enjoy him. I do think that he's more likable than Bertold and Annie. But if we're talking about how important they are to the story, then I would have to put him in C tier. Is this Levi's? Is this one of Levi's squad? Is this a Levi squad member? I think it is. I think this is the one that Vic Mignogna played in the dub. Um, I'll put him in C, along with the others. Are the others here? Let me see. Oh, no, no, no. This guy is definitely a B tier for me. This guy was fucking cool as shit. Like, I know he was the first one. He was the first one to go. I remember he had that weird looking hairdo. He basically told Aaron to do what he wanted to do, and do what he, just like what Levi said. Make his own judgment. Um, I really commend him for that. I thought that he was really cool. I know that he's really, I know putting him in B is really high, considering that he was only in one major arc and he really didn't have too much of an impact for that. But I will say that I thought that his character was really cool. Um, I'll put him in there for now. Maybe I'll put him down. Aaron Kruger. Aaron Kruger's going into A tier. I know. He's only in like a few chapters. He's only in the manga briefly. There's a limit to how much time was spent on Kruger, but I think that his overall relevance and his importance and his influence to the story is what made Attack on Titan so great. Is that in the Return to Shigashina arc, when we got Gersha's backstory and we found out that he was the owl, and basically his whole speech with Gersha to go out and to not give up and to keep on fighting for the Eldian race, and that there's going to be a whole lot of sacrifices that will be made in order to achieve this goal. I thought was just phenomenal. Um, I thought it was great character interact. I thought it was a great character arc and great character moment for Kruger, especially when you get to see a glimpse of his backstory. I think Aaron Kruger for me is definitely an A tier. You may make the argument that he's not there a lot, but I think that um, his importance to the story is what makes him great. His influence is what makes him relevant. Aaron, this is going to be a huge hot take for a lot of people considering how the final chapter went, but for me, Aaron is definitely staying in the S tier rank. I've always enjoyed Aaron as a character. There was so much relatability that I found with him. Um, I know a lot of folks do not like his full intentions within the final and the final half of the story, which I get, but overall I think that Aaron has been engaging throughout the entirety of Attack on Titan, even back then when people didn't like him or they complained about how generic he truly was. I still always had high hopes for him. Um, I think that a lot of folks are just too highly critical on the final chapter and in the final arc in general with the rumbling. But besides that, I've always enjoyed Aaron. I think that a lot of people get too um, get too highly critical on both his intentions in the end and how that affected the overall plot. I don't think that the final chapter was perfect, but I don't think that it was the worst ending ever. Now, if we're talking about the final pages, that's a different story. Yeah, that was just no. Erwin Smith. Erwin Smith definitely S tier. For a long time, he was my favorite character. Um, Erwin Smith was always that top-notch military ranked guy who I think really put a huge impact in the story. Even in his death, he still holds a huge regards of relevance um, within his appearance in the story just for existing. Even when we get the flashbacks of him, it was still highly enjoyable throughout the remaining parts of the Rumbling arc. I can go on and on about how much of an impact Erwin Smith is and how much I enjoy him as a character, but that would take way too long. But yeah, he is by all means an S tier character. Falco, Falco, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I think that he is disappointing or if I think that there was just too much hype that was going to be put into him because he is the first character we're introduced to in the beginning of the time skip, and we had huge regards. We thought that he was going to play a huge major role, which he did at the end. Um, but he turned into a complete Mikasa, which when we get to that, oh boy, get ready because it'll be spicy. We're gonna get spicy on this one. Uh, but yeah, he kind of turned into a complete Mikasa clone, where um his whole intention was to save Gabby, and that became his whole motivation was to be her protector and all of that, which I really did not like. Um, Falco himself as a character, I thought was, I wouldn't say generic. I thought that he was interesting, but all around, I'd say he's really average. Um, I'll put him higher than Commander Pixis because he had more. No, no. I'll put him in B tier. Uh, he's he still played his role well. Within the story, he had some cool character moments. So I'm not gonna really hate on Falco too much. So I'm going to definitely put him in the B tier category. Um, May was really a nothing character. She's the same level as Carla, just really there to be a huge motivational point for Gersha, the same way that Carla was for Aaron. So I'm gonna put her in E tier. Fleagle. Fleagle is one of those side characters that you can't help but really love, even when he doesn't have that much relevance in the story. Can't really help but really enjoy the man when he's on screen. I know what you guys are thinking right now. You guys are thinking, who the fuck is this guy? I know. Just so you guys know, this is the son of the merchant who was killed by Kenny's men in season 3. Um, I thought his whole major character arc in the Uprising arc was really done well, even with him being uh, the most unimportant character within that. Well, he was pretty important at that moment, but going forward, we saw him from time to time, and he really showed how much he cared about the people um, of of Trost, and he really starts to empathize after his father's passing, and I really thought that that was really cool. I know he shouldn't be up this high. He should probably be here, but I think overall as a character, I'm going to put him right here. Uh, Fluck of enjoyability. Fluck. I know a lot of people do not like him. I know a lot of people say that he's a snake. They say that he's a coward. But if you say that Fluck is a coward, I'm sorry. You need to go back and read the manga because that misses the whole point of Flux's character. The way that Flux's character worked is that he was a coward at the beginning of his story. Um, he was incredibly weak. He kept on whining constantly. He kept asking himself, why is he still alive? Complaining about um, Armin um, becoming the Colossal Titan over Erwin Smith and him not becoming the devil, only to completely be a huge follower to Eren at the end. I thought was really interesting. And Fluck himself as a character has come a long ways from being dislikable from my standards to being one of the most engaging characters within the story. I'm going to put him in B tier for me. Um, Fluck has really come a long ways. I think that his death within the story was actually pretty heartbreaking because he died sticking to what he believed in. So I gotta make a huge commendment for him for that. Do I want King Frit? Do I want to start with Gabby? Do I want to keep going in order? I'm sorry if you guys are wondering why my voice is so low. It's so early in the morning. I wanted to record this because I knew I would have a busy day later on. And I just want to get some content out there. Let's see here. I guess I'll uh hold on real quick. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I had to pick something up for a moment. Um I guess I'll go in order. So Frida, I'll make this short and sweet. Frida, I think that she had a lot of importance and influence throughout the story, especially in Uprising and in the glimpse that we saw her in War on Paradis. Um, I think that she's average at best. I know that she would normally go to E tier, but I think that because we got a glimpse of her backstory, um, I think that her character wasn't entirely wasted, so I would definitely say C tier. I think that she was a huge influence to Historia. Um, King Fritz, oh boy, shit machine. I mean, he has a lot of importance, but really, the dude was a piece of shit. He treated his wife like shit. He made his children eat their mother. Um, the guy is just an overall asshole. So he's going into shit machine for me. What else do I got here? Gabby. I know a lot of people hate Gabby, but I don't. I really don't. Um, I know that she's irritating at times, and she really pisses you off. Same thing as Fluck. Um, but Gabby, I think that she still kept her importance in the story. I don't think that I would put her in. Oh no, I'm not putting her here. Fuck no. No, 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 no. To be honest with you, I'd put her maybe B above Falco because even though she's not likable, I still think that she had a huge regards of relevance in the story. So I'm going to put her in B. Um, oh, this is the drunk guy who died in the castle. Really nothing character. The only thing that we knew about him is that he drank booze all day, kind of like our boy Hans here, which we'll get in a minute. The goggles guy. This guy was pretty cool. I liked his character design. Um, but he was really, yeah, just a nothing character. Grisha, S tier. Absolutely S tier. He's the full reason for Attack on Titan even existing. Um, Gersha has really turned into one of my favorite characters in the story. For a long time, I did not like this dude. I thought the guy was a sleazing piece of shit who treated his kids awfully. But I think that, yeah, he was a terrible father, but I think that what he brought to the story is just phenomenal. I think that he had one of the most impactful moments within the Attack on Titan series. Without him, the story would have never happened.